we've got a rematch from Week 6, where the Bears snapped a 4-game losing streak to the Packers. Chicago's defeated Green Bay only 4 times in the last 23 meetings, but they can get the sweep right here on Sunday night.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Rodgers now on first down.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he goes out right around the 39.
These 2 teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6. This, the second meeting between these 2 division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time. Leading them out, the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
On first down, it's Fields.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior, In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Fields. And left side here, it's Graham. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Fields. And it's complete right back to Ridley. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. To the air again, Fields. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
He'll check this down, complete to Dillon.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But
this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Big play.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
To throw is Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
There you go.
Darnell Mooney.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
Fields now to throw.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Let's go!
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Kirk Cousins, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we put a bow on Week 14 with a good one in the NFC West. The Rams and Cardinals from Glendale at 8:15 Eastern Time. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come. These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Cohen now to return.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go. Come on, time to play.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Now Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Running left, Montgomery. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And off comes to Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A very quick pass to Ridley. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. Touchdown.
It's complete. Riley Ridley, his sixth touchdown of the season.
And the Bears are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Able to find Jones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
That is caught. It's the tight end Tunyon.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And that one results in 35 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Rodgers. Trying to improvise. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bears, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.